So, good day, sir. This is my presentation about security breach or cybersecurity breach that happens here in our country, which is the Philippines. Okay, and the title of my presentation is Facebook Scandal Reveals Philippines Cyber Vulnerability According to Cabalza, way back 2018. So, when we say cyber vulnerability, it means the majority of people or most of the Filipinos are using social media or using the platform of internet and new technology, which is the cyberspace. Philippines were ranked at first in social networking, sharing photos, and viewing videos in the year 2008. Way back 2008, I think this is the first year where social medias and other platforms are just evolving. This is the evolution of social media and the technology. So honestly, Filipinos that time is very curious on how to use that platform, how to use Facebook, how to use technologies, cell phones or computers. So it's undeniably that Filipinos that time are very curious. Okay? So it's shocking that many Filipinos or our country rank at first that uh, most of people are using social networking, using sharing photos and using viewing videos. Year 2011, Philippines proclaimed as the social networking capital of the world. Online users have grown rapidly in reach. That's very shocking because in just only 3 to 4 years from 2008, the Philippines proclaimed as the social networking capital of the world. And I think I'm only just I'm only just 10 years old that time, and we became the social networking capital of the world. Imagine how rapid or how fast the social system of our country, the social media became famous in our country in just only 3 to 4 years. Okay? Behind the success of social networks, cybersecurity infrastructure has been in danger because of continuing invasive and pervasive cybersecurity threats. So, anything happens always has always result is either negative or positive. So, being successful of social networks in our country like Facebook and other social media sites, it's always have negative impact. Okay, it's not always positive, and the negative of it is in danger because social media is pervasive and invasive, but also the cyber security threats are also invasive and pervasive. We always think that if technology is evolving, also hackers is evolving. That's how um that's how amazing the world. Okay, because people is also evolving, is also uh, is is also developing. Okay, not only technology but also the people who wants to make something bad. Last 2016, when the presidential elections in the Philippines recorded and collected data that almost 15 million netizens engaged hashtags, photos, or videos related to the campaigns. So, this article was made by Cabalsa way back 2018. So, the presidential election is already done when he made this article. And he just conclude this situation where 15 million netizens, how big this people are to use the platform of Facebook by just uh, making hashtags, posting photos, posting videos related to the campaigns, and that has been recorded by the Facebook, and it's just 15 million. How big is that? And that's so shocking. We don't know if half percent of that population can get cyber threats because of having less knowledge in social media. The NPC, or National Privacy Commission, and the CEO of Facebook, Mr. Mark Zuckerberg, and had investigated almost 1.1 million Filipino users whether or not can potentially affected due to their unsafe shared personal data, determining unauthorized processing of it. So after the 15 million netizens shared their opinions, their photos, videos, or by just using hashtags, they just uh, they are already using sharing. They already sharing their personal information without knowing. That's how uh, amazingly uh, that's how amazing social media. Okay, you don't know if you're just posting your pictures. You don't know that someone just making your picture in their own concern. You don't know that. What if they use your pictures for something? They use your personal information for uh, crime. Okay, anything they want, they can do what they want. Especially the hackers or the people who just want to make bad things inside the cyberspace. So the NPC, or the National Privacy Commission, and the CEO of Facebook had investigated that. Okay, of course that's their job, that's their responsibility. They have to investigate that happens because that's their responsibility. Their responsibility is to make people safe inside the cyberspace. They make sure that people or all Filipino users are safe of using social media, especially the Facebook, because yeah, according to the news, Philippines is one of the is the first rank at first of using Facebook or social media. Latest threat revealed in privacy of social media users of Philippines are still remain vulnerable on cybersecurity. ICT are still educates people as their weapon for cyber infrastructure. So, it's undeniably that Philippines are still vulnerable of using cyberspace. We are still uh, we are still called cybersecurity vulnerable. Okay? And ICT, of course, still educates people to share knowledge, to share their insights and the ideas on how to be safe. ICT is not just a job. It's not only a responsibility for computers. They're not only responsible for that, but ICT um, or the workers of ICT are also responsible to educate people on how to be safe inside the cyberspace. Nowadays, proven that social media should not be underestimated, but regarded as a new cybersecurity battlefield, can turn ground for trolls, felons, cyber thugs, and security breaches. So, we should not treat a social media as just social media. We should not treat the computer or the software computer is just something that we can see inside the computer. It's not like that. Okay, all information that we are putting on it is very important. All the ideas and uh, work related, educational related that we are putting on it is very important. We should not underestimate uh, social media and the cyberspace. But instead, we should treat this as our new cybersecurity battlefield. As today, we are in the cyberspace. We are in the cyberspace world. Most of the people in the world are now centering their life inside the cyberspace. That's their center of life. And especially today, because we are in pandemic and cell phones, mobile phones, computers, and other technologies is now usable because we can connect. We can still communicate by just using cell phones. And today, like what I'm doing right now, is for educational purposes, and this is uh, this is very applicable. And we cannot deny that we can still get uh, danger. We can still get in danger by just um, scrolling on social media, by just liking posts, comments on posts. We can get we can still get in danger. Okay, we should not underestimate anything about social media and cyberspace. We can get trolls, felons, cyber thugs, all of that, all of the cyber crime or all the crime, bad things happens inside the cyberspace. Yeah, we are all um, we are all able to get that kind of crime and negative experience inside the social media. Things need to do unexpected, so these things are still from the owner of this article, which is Mr. Cabalza. Okay, this is what he said, or this is what he recommend. Number one, policymakers and security practitioners in Southeast Asia must be kept abreast safety to reduce the risk of human security. So according to Mr. Cabalza, people in the Asia or Southeast Asia, Southeast Asian people should have more knowledge, should have um, program developments about ICT on using cyberspace. Okay? And of course, the authorities should make laws and policies for the protection of everyone who are just using cyberspace. So that's what he recommend. Number two, to help eliminate cyber threats, the proper handling of information should be used according to cyber investigative techniques. The cyber investigative techniques um, has been studied and also researched. Uh, this research and all the practices they studied is very important, and it is helpful to all people um, who just have less knowledge about social media, on how to be safe social media. So the proper handling of information is just a basic what do you call that, it's a basic technique on how to be safe. Just handle your personal information properly. Just handle that. Don't share anything about your personal information to a stranger. Don't click any links that just only sent to you. Don't click anything. Don't entertain someone you don't know. Okay, that's from cyber investigative techniques. So just always be aware. Okay, inside the cyberspace. Number three, by the help of institutionalizing cybersecurity programs in the Philippines, it will develop and improve the capacity in managing transnational cyber threats. So, according to Kabalsa, it's better to have many programs about um, ICT in the computers because it's a weapon. Knowledge is weapon. So, being aware and uh, being intelligent, or maybe we can just not use intelligent one, but uh, being aware on something about cyberspace, you can make yourself safe from it. You can make yourself safe from danger and malicious threats that we can get from cyberspace. You just only need to study or to learn on how to be safe inside the cyberspace. Then you can get the safety you want inside the cyberspace. Okay? And that's my presentation. Thank you, sir, for listening. And this is my reference. This is the link I have searched from Google, and uh, all informations I got is from this link. And this link is a kind of news. Is a kind of news that happens way back 2018, and I just get it some information from that, and I use this for my presentation as an example of cyber security breach that happens here in our country. So that's all. Thank you, sir. Thank you.